What is speed? In science or in physics, in chapter motion, what is speed? How can you define the speed and what is the formula to write the speed? That we are going to learn in this video. This is useful for grade 9 and 11. It is basic physics part 3. Hello friends, myself Sunil Kumar Jadhav. Welcome back to my channel. And here we are going to learn about the speed in chapter motion. This is useful for 9th and 11th standard. If you have not seen the earlier video part 1 and part 2, see those video first, so you will clarify the difference between distance and displacement as well as uniform motion and non-uniform motion. So let us begin with the speed. In speed, normally on the television set you might have seen during the cricket, you are lucky to see the different type of cricket on the television, on which you may have seen while the bowler is bowling, at that time the speed has been shown on the below. That bowler is throwing the ball or bowling the ball with the 140 km per hour speed. Sometime the next ball will be of 135 km per hour. Next ball would be of 120 km per hour. Then what is that speed is? If you will see those situations, the bowling speed would be 143, 135. What does it mean? What do you understand from those? Different object may take different amount of time to cover a given distance. Some of them move fast and some are moving slowly. In that case only this quantity generated, that is speed. The rate at which the object move can be different. Sometime on a specific time period it moves at a different type of motion. It covers a different distance in a given time period. The rate at which the object can move can be different, and a different object can move at the same rate also. One of the way to measuring the rate of motion of the object is to find out is that speed. So what is the definition of the speed? That will first of all we'll write it. The rate of motion of an object in unit time the rate of motion of an object in unit time is referred to as a speed. Referred to as speed. I hope you got the definition. Rate of motion of an object in unit time. In a different unit time, if object is traveling at a different speed, or we can say it is traveling the different distances in a different time period, that is what we consider the rate of motion of the object in unit time is referred to as the speed. So what is the formula to the speed? As we said that distance traveled divided by time taken. I hope it is clear. Distance traveled, say for example, as we say that bowler speed is 150 km per hour. What does it mean? The distance traveled in 1 hour must be of 150. Then we can say the speed of the ball is 150 km per hour. So the formula of the speed is the distance traveled by the object divided by time taken. That is what also called as the rate of motion of an object. In other way, the speed can be defined as the distance traveled. Other second definition we'll write it. This is definition number 1 and this is definition number 2. Distance traveled by the object in unit time is called its speed. So speed is equal to distance traveled upon time taken. What would be the SI unit of it? SI, you know, that is System International has given unit to all the quantities universally worldwide, that is called SI unit. So SI unit of the speed is to be, you know, what would be the SI unit? Distance traveled, distance we are measuring. The SI unit of distance is meter, and the time, SI unit of time is second. So the SI unit of the speed will be meter per second, or in other way we are write it as meter into second inverse, but while you are reading you have to read meter per second. This represents the symbol meter per second. The other unit of the speed include, those other unit means the, rather than this which unit we can use it, the small unit we can use it rather than this would be centimeter per second, it would be kilometer per hour. Even if the speed is more, like the speed of light, it would be kilometer per second. So such kind of unit we can use it, but the SI unit of the speed is meter per second. So if we write the object travel distance S, distance traveled by the object is represented by S, and the time taken for the same is represented by T, and the speed we can represent by V, then we can write it. You can see that speed is equal to distance upon time. So speed is denoted by V, distance is denoted by S, and time is denoted by T. So we can write that V is equal to S upon T. So this is what the speed is. Speed is equal to distance upon time. V is equal to S upon T, and its SI unit is meter per second. Its other units are centimeter per second, kilometer per hour, kilometer per second, and so on. So this is how we can describe the speed. But normally day-to-day life we are not moving with the same speed, hence the other quantity is generated, that is average speed, and that we'll discuss in part 4. I hope what is speed, what is the SI unit of the speed, and what is the formula of the speed that you have understand in this video, and this concept might have been clear. If you really like this video, then only click on the like button and share with your friends. We'll see you in part 4 of the basic physics. Thank you so much.